everyone, welcome to Excel Maven Expert Series. This is session number 8. Today we're going to talk about some date and time functions. Working with dates in Excel is one of those things that can be extremely confusing until you understand exactly how things are working in the background. So the key is that every date in Excel has an associated date value, which is really just a number. According to Excel, time starts on January 1st, 1900. So the date value associated with January 1st, 1900 is 1. For every day that goes by, that date value increases by 1. So January 11th was 10 days later, so it has a date value of 11. Similarly, February 6, 2015 occurred 42,041 days after January 1st, 1900, so that's its associated date value. It doesn't just have to be whole numbers, you can also indicate fractions of days. So if you put a 0.5, that would correspond to noon on a particular date, because it's halfway through that day. 0.75 would correspond to 6 p.m., and so on and so forth. So let's jump into Excel. Basically what I'm going to do here is walk through a series of steps. You can feel free to jump around. I'm going to cover some of the most common date and time functions that can really help you do just about everything you need. Starting with today and now. So very basic functions. All you need to do is write equals today, and then the key is to open and close your parentheses with nothing in it. That will return the current date. Similarly, now will return the current date along with the time, so it's just a bit more granular. Now, if you want to pull out specific components of a date, like the year, month, hour, minute, second, you can do that with very simple formulas that refer to your current date. So I'll just type year, and I'll refer to cell C4. That will return 2015. To get the month, just use the month function. Again, refer to C4. It returns 4 since it's the 4th month of the year, April. Equals day of C4, 16th day, hour of C4, 16th hour, because it's 4 p.m. Minute returns 56, and second returns 49. Now, the today and now functions are called volatile functions because they recalculate every time you calculate a formula or make any change in your workbook. You can also see that happen if you go into formulas, calculate now. So you'll see, for instance, the second cell here is constantly changing every time I make a calculation. The weekday function basically just returns what day of the week it is currently in terms of an index number. So if I say weekday of either today or now, I'll just use the today value in cell C3, that returns a 5. You can also adjust this and change the return type. By doing this, you're basically just changing which index numbers correspond to which days of the week. So by default, we're looking at 1, which is a Sunday, through 7, which is a Saturday. You can also change it to any of these kind of sets if you want to adjust or personalize. Workday basically just says what date will fall a certain number of days from now, only counting work days, so it excludes weekends. So if I say workday, my start day is today, and the number of days later I want to look at is 50 days later, it's going to return June 25th, 2015. So that's telling me the date that's going to occur after 50 work days from today. Network day works kind of similarly, basically counts the number of work days between two dates. So I'm going to do network days, my start date, I'll just use this one that I already put in here, which is January 1st, 2015. My end date, let's say, is today, current date. You can also add holidays here if you want to add additional days to exclude, but I'll just keep it as the default. And that's telling me that there were 76 work days between January 1st and the current date, which is April 16th. To calculate the last day of the current month, I'm going to use the EO month function, or end of month. Start date just means I'll use whatever the current date today is. And then the months option basically allows you to calculate the end date of either the current month, which would be 0, or the next month, which would be a 1, 2 months from now, which would be a 2. You can also go back in time with -1, -2, -3 months. So this will calculate the end of the current month, which is April 30th, 2015. Now, you can also use this function in kind of clever ways. So if I want to find the first of the month, I can actually use the EO month of today's date. And I'm going to go to the end of the last month, so -1 plus 1 day. Now it'll return 4/1/2015 because there isn't a start of month function. So this is kind of a clever way to get the first of the month, no matter how many days in the calendar month. Last but not least, let's talk about fill series for a second. We're going to drag the date in cell. It says B15, but we're actually looking at B18. Just drag it down. Excel recognizes it as a date. It will give you these options for fill series. So you can fill days, which is the default in this case. As you can see, it goes from 1/1 automatically to 1, 2, 3, 4. You can fill just weekdays. As you can see, January 3rd and 4th were weekend days, so those were excluded. You can just fill the months, so then it goes from January 1st to February, March, April 1st, and so on. Or you can fill the years. So those are all different, really easy, really user-friendly fill series options. So hopefully this gives you a better understanding of what's really going on in the background when you're working with dates, and helps you kind of work with them more efficiently in the future. So if you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me a comment. Check out excelmaven.com, learn about customized hands-on training, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot.